Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. A motorbike can be easily modified for various purposes. One such example is the Philippines Skylab motorcycle. Also known as Habal-Habal, Skylab motorbikes are a popular way of transporting people to remote areas of Monte Vista. According to KL Mamulang, a local driver, Skylab is the main source of income for several people in this region.
Kaning Skylab nako diri nga nasa ko ang likod karon nga nakita ninyo. Mo ni akong panginabuhian sulod sa 17 or 18 ka tuig nako nga nagabiyahe ko diri sa bukid diri sa among lugar sa lungsod sa Monte Vista. Mo gina nga among panginabuhian, dili lang ako, daghan mi diri.
Thanks to its design, the Skylab can carry between 6 to 10 passengers, along with their luggage. These remote villages have rough and narrow roads. However, the drivers are well trained as they have been driving these vehicles since an early age. They are well aware of the terrain, which helps them avoid accidents and ensure safe travel of the passengers.
Nagsugod ko og drive og Skylab third year high school ko 2003. Bisan tuod sa ako ang pangidaron nga underage pa man jud ko ato nga time, siguro 16 na masayro na ko 15 or 16 kung ako na sayop. Nag-isa ko ka estudyante diya sa Monte Vista National High School.
When it comes to its design, Skylab motorbikes have planks mounted on each side to carry cargo or passengers. This peculiar structure is built around the bike's rear chassis using a steel frame and wooden planks. Skylab drivers like KL Mamulang have a simple daily routine. After an early morning breakfast, he prepares to leave for work. However, KL maintains his Skylab motorbike before picking up passengers and taking them to their destinations. Initially, he washes the motorbike thoroughly with a bucket full of water in a small container. He then pulls out a toolkit wrapped at the side of the motorbike and checks if the brakes are working properly. He then puts on a spare tire on the underside of the passenger seat so that he can replace it if one of the tires gets punctured along the way. Moreover, KL loads a weighing machine on his motorbike in case he transports cargo on the journey. This allows him to weigh the cargo and charge the customers the fare accordingly. Finally, KL rides on the motorbike and takes it to a nearby shop. Here, he refills the gas in the tires and refuels the vehicle. It's now time for KL to take passengers and transport them to their destinations. To ensure their safety, KL must balance the passengers' weights. He ensures that the passengers get on and off the motorbike at the same time, as there's always a tendency for Skylab to tip over. Moreover, KO cautions the passengers not to attempt to jump off the vehicle if anything goes sideways, as they might end up wounded.
Unang-una, labi nag first timer, amo gina silang hibalon nga dungan jud magsakay. Kay ang kanigong Skylab good kung ang driver dili makabantay, nya mudritso lang siya og sakay, may tendency matumba or maipit.
Skylab is widely used to transport agricultural products, building materials, and other supplies from village to village. Just as with passengers, the driver must distribute the cargo evenly to avoid rolling the bike over on either side. Skylab is an efficient mode of transportation. However, it has safety issues, especially for drivers who lack protective gear and are completely exposed to passengers in case of an accident. Yet Skylab's mobility and practicality make it the first choice for villagers for transportation in the region. Another innovative means of transportation that uses motorbikes is motor rollers. Also known as the motorcycle brujita, motor rollers transport passengers from Cordoba to San Cipriano and vice versa. San Cipriano is a village that's situated on the banks of the Danubio River in western Colombia, and motor rollers are the only way to access it. According to Fabio Sinisterra Cuero, a motor roller rider, the rail network was the primary mode of transportation for the locals in the past.
Y el único medio de transporte que ha existido, es decir, a lo largo y ancho de estas comunidades, ha sido el ferrocarril a través de su tren de carga y su tren de pasajeros.
The train network, however, was abandoned with the rise of road transport, which gave birth to an ingenious transportation solution, the motorcycle brujita. Today, it's the only means of transportation for the local community in this village. The presence of these rail tracks and motor rollers has allowed local entrepreneurs like Fabio to earn their daily bread.
Obviamente, en el pasar del tiempo, cuando ya, es decir, el tren de pasajeros ya no empezaba a transportar, pues obviamente ya la comunidad empezó, es decir, a inventarse un medio de transporte porque pues no hay una carretera.
The motor rollers are manufactured by locals in small sheds. A wooden cart with cushioned seats is crafted using hand tools. A motorbike is then attached with the front wheel on the wooden cart and the back wheel placed on the ground or tracks. It is a strange yet effective union of a motorcycle and a wooden cart. The journey from Cordoba to San Cipriano takes about 20 minutes. Motor rollers are utilized by locals to travel from one point to another, and by tourists who occasionally visit San Cipriano to test the clear, calm waters of the local rivers and discover the landscape of this tropical village. Each driver makes 3 to 4 trips between villages each day, carrying tourists and locals together, which shows the demand for motor rollers in this region. Like the rural areas of the Philippines and Colombia, Indonesia is also filled with beautiful landscapes and is renowned for its fruit production and forestry. These Indonesian regions are populated with local communities focused on small-scale and sustainable logging. However, to carry out these activities, the loggers use specially modified motorcycle taxis known as ojek palang.
Iya, emang saya setiap hari pakai ojek palang, soalnya medan jalannya agak jauh.
An ordinary motorbike, such as the Yamaha RX King, is modified into an ojek palang. The Indonesian locals put wooden extensions on either side of the motorbike to carry logs through the mountains. In addition, chains are put on the tires to improve friction in this rugged terrain. This allows the riders to continue working even if it's raining.
Ya, ada kalau cuaca nggak hujan mah nggak pakai rantai juga kan bisa dilewati. Tapi kalau hujan mah licin harus pakai rantai bannya, biar kita bisa lewati.
The riders load everything from chainsaws to axes on the ojek palang and move along a small pathway in the mountains to reach their destination. There, they cut trees and fetch logs. Initially, the trees are cut one after another using chainsaws. And then they are further cut down into small log pieces. The ojek palang can carry wood up to 500 centimeters long, which means it can transport almost half a cubic meter in one journey. However, what's more fascinating is how these logs are loaded onto the motorbike. Up to 5 people lift the larger logs and load them on the left and right sides of the motorbike, whereas the lighter ones are loaded on the back.
Soalnya medan jalannya nanjak, berbatu lagi. Berbahaya kalau kebanyakan muatan di belakang, bisa terjungkir kita.
These logs are then transported between the hilly mountains on an uphill track, even when it's raining. Sometimes, A worker is tasked to push the motorbike from behind to avoid accidents or the logs falling on the ground. A carrier truck, on the other hand, can neither go that deep into the mountains nor can it transport logs in bad weather. Which is why ojek pulangs are the ultimate choice for Indonesians to transport logs from the mountains to the market where they are sold. Water shortages in some parts of the mountainous province of Bukidnon in the Philippines have led to the creation of a unique means of transportation. This is a push cart known as karitan, which is used by locals to transport water to the outskirts of Bukidnon along the highway linking the coastal town of Cagayan de Oro. The cart is manually pushed down to the water source, and after filling water in the cans, the locals line them up onto the cart and secure them with ropes, ensuring the cans don't fall over during the journey. Here's where it gets interesting. The locals wait by the highway to persuade a truck driver to get them up the hill. Once the truck driver consents, the karitan is secured to the moving truck with a nylon cord. The locals hop onto the cart and slowly start to move as the truck drags them on the highway. A small steering attached to the rear axle of the karitan gives it all of the maneuverability required to negotiate bends and make sharp turns on the highway. Once they reach their destination, the nylon cord is removed, freeing the cart from the truck. Now, it's time to deliver water. They move door to door, taking containers to each house in the community. The containers are emptied at each supply point and returned to the cart. Due to the nature of the container's openings, the process of emptying carts is relatively slow. These transport methods showcase remarkable ingenuity and adaptability, offering essential mobility in rural and isolated areas. They highlight the vital role of local innovation in overcoming geographic challenges and improving the movement of people and goods in remote communities. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.